Hey, welcome to Pokemon Go Ahead. I'm Alex Gum, aka Cheeklay. In today's video, we are going to go over everything that you need to know about Go Fest and how to be prepared for Go Fest. So this weekend, I can't believe it's coming up so quickly, but Osaka, Japan, and London, England are going to be having their Go Fest happening at the exact same time from August 4th to the 6th from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. in their respective local times. So obviously, I'm not heading to those locations, but I will be in New York City on August 18th to the 20th. So when that Go Fest comes around, we're going to do an overview for that in-person Go Fest. Now, despite not going to either of these locations for this weekend's Go Fest, I'm still wanting to help you guys out. You might be in Osaka or London right now and you're watching this video, but if it's your first in-person Go Fest, this is a good video to watch to help you get prepared and review what you should be going after. So before we go through all of that, subscribe to this channel. We're halfway to 1,000 subscribers. Also, let me know in the comments below, are you in Osaka or are you in London? And then hit the notification bell and the thumbs up because I told you to. If you're playing in the Osaka Go Fest, you're going to be playing the park experience at Expo 70 Commemorative Park, and then the city experience is throughout Suita City and Osaka City. If you're playing Go Fest in London, the park location is going to be at Brockwell Park, and the city experience is throughout Greater London. If you bought a ticket, you do get the following bonuses. You get 1 half hatch distance for incubating eggs, get up to 6 special trades, reduce Stardust cost by like 50% less. You also get up to 9 free rate passes for spinning stops and gyms. You get 2 times catch candy, 1.5 times hatch candy, and 1.5 hatch Stardust, as well as 2 times friendship bonus for making damage in raids. If you bought a ticket for Go Fest in either Osaka or London, you do have the option to buy additional add-ons as an option to help you with the game. The first one is called the Raid Lover. This is a one that will help you get some bonuses for doing raids. The other one is called Enthusiast, which helps you with the eggs. And then you have the option to buy another extra day of the city experience where you walk around throughout Greater London or Osaka City, just so that you can get some spawns with increased chance of shiny for everything that we are about to mention for every spawn in every habitat. The cost kind of varies depending on the currency in either Osaka or London. So again, if you bought a ticket but you didn't get any of these add-ons, you just still have the option to do so until Go Fest starts. So the Raid Lover is going to be up to 18 raid passes instead of 9. You also get 5,000 extra XP for completing a raid, 6 additional candy, and 3 additional candy XL if you catch a Pokemon from a 5-star boss or a Mega Raid. The Enthusiast is pretty much 1/4 hatch distance instead of 1/2, an increased chance of getting 10-kilometer eggs. As I'm recording this video, I have no idea what's going to be in the 10-kilometer eggs and if it's also going to associate with the Go Fest in New York. You also get 3 times hatch XP, 3 times hatch Stardust, and 3 times hatch candy. And finally, the city experience, we just mentioned about it already, but I'm just going to repeat myself again. You can extend the fun on either 1 or 2 extra days, depending on how much you want to spend, and enjoy the city experience just to catch some increased shiny Pokemon, and there's other bonuses that does associate with it, but that's kind of the general idea. The following features for this event, whether in the park or outside the city, are as follows. Mega Rayquaza raids. This is the debut of Mega Rayquaza. You also have collection challenges for each habitat in Go Fest. We're going to go over each habitat in a second. You also get field research to get card bank. That way you could get enough Candy XL or Candy to power up your best card bank for the Great League, since it is currently one of the best Pokemon in the Great League. You also get Diancie in special research. This is the mythical for this year, as well as Mega Diancie. They just recently announced that you can get Mega Energy from special research, so you can make evolve Mega Diancie. Sigilyph is going to be debuting outside of its region from Greece and Egypt in Osaka and Japan and New York. So if you're in Osaka, Japan, or London, England, Aerodactyl with a satchel will be debuting, and that can be shiny because Aerodactyl is already a shiny. You also get some new shinies such as Shiny Patilil, Shiny Jupiter, Shiny Unknown M, and Shiny Unknown exclamation point debuting during this weekend's Go Fest. You also get some snapshots during Go Fest, and unfortunately we don't know exactly what you may encounter. It could be a Pikachu with a crown like the Emeth's crown, or anything nice like a Rotom form. And finally, we have location cards, kind of like the ones in Las Vegas during the Hoenn tour. It's gonna be from 5-star bosses and Mega Raids after you catch them. It's that background when you go through the Pokemon that you just caught and stuff. And now the most important part of this overview, the spawns. Which ones should you catch and which ones should you prioritize? Well, let's start off with the spawns in the dark jungle habitats. The following Pokemon will include Zubat, Tangela, Heracross, Seviper, Burmy, Plant Cloak, Skorupi, Purloin, Venipede, Dino, Pumpkaboo, and Jupiter. Everything can be shiny. So what are the ones that you should be focusing on first? Heracross. This is a regional from South America, Southern Texas, and Florida, and it may Mega Evolve, making it the #1 bug type attacker and a top fighting type type when that Mega Evolution comes out. And it's also good in the Great League. You should probably go after this one, especially since it's shiny, looks fantastic. So Viper is in the Western Hemisphere, so since those locations are in the Eastern Hemisphere, I would say if you need the shiny, you could prioritize that one. Dino, because it is going to evolve into Hydreigon, one of the top 5 dark type attackers with Brutal Swing. It is also going to be great in the Master League. Pumpkaboo is interesting because normally it appears during the Halloween, so it's a rare spawn, and also the shiny came out with a costume, so this will be the first time that Pumpkaboo can be shiny without the costume. Not to mention they have different sizes, making the extra large probably the rarest out of the 4. And finally Jupiter, because it's the brand new shiny. The next habitat is the Fairy Garden. These are the following spawns that will be featured: Bulbasaur, Jigglypuff, Oddish, Hoppip, Seedot, Cacnea, Petilil, Ferroseed, Spritzee, Swirlix, and Dene. Honestly, the only meta relevant Pokemon on this list are Bulbasaur and Ferroseed. You evolve Bulbasaur into Venusaur, it does Mega Evolve, making it the number 2 grass type attacker, and it's pretty good in the Ultra League as just a regular Venusaur. And when it comes to Ferroseed, not only it's a rare shiny, but it's also good in the Great League if you evolve it into Ferrothorn. Everything else, such as Spritzee, Swirlix, and Dene, are all pretty much rare shinies and rare spawns. And then finally, Shiny Petilil will debut during this event, so if you need the Shiny Petilil, the Fairy Garden is what you should prioritize. Here are the spawns for the Hypnotic Glacier. We have Seal, Shelder, Galarian Mr. Mime, Jinx, Snorlax, Snowy form of Castform, Galarian Darumaka, LGM, Cubchoo, Amora, and Bergmite. Seal's evolution, Dugong, does get the new move Liquidation, which makes it one of the top best Great League attackers in PvP. Shelter does give you extra Stardust, so if you have a star piece down and you're in the Hypnotic Glacier, you can go after as many Shelters possibly, and if you're lucky, you can even get a shiny. Galarian Mr. Mime is technically a rare spawn, since it normally in field research during the holiday season. Snorlax in general is not only a rare shiny to find, but it's also great in the Great and Master Leagues. Galarian Darumaka's evolution, Galarian Darmanitan, ranks as one of the top 6 ice type attackers in the game, so this is someone that you should definitely go after, since it's going to be spawning in the wild. And finally, Amora. We just finished with the Adventure Week, and if you did not get a shiny Amora during that event and you're heading to Osaka or London for GoFest, this is kind of like your second chance to shiny hunt for this shiny Pokemon. So if you don't have shiny Amora, definitely prioritize that during the weekend so you're not missing out. And finally, we have the last habitat, which is the Volcanic Island. These are the following spawns: Charmander, Squirtle, Aerodactyl with the Satchel, Dratini, Mantine, Surskit, Nosepass, Corphish, Lucario, Durant, and Inkay. Pokemon to focus on during this habitat are Charmander and Squirtle. They both have Mega Evolutions. Charizard has 2, and one of them being the number 1 fire type attacker, which is Mega Charizard Y. And Mega Charizard X is actually a top dragon type. It is the top 3 best of the fire type attackers. And not to mention, with Charizard by itself, it's actually good in the Ultra League. Squirtle's evolution, Blastoise, has a Mega Evolution, making it the number 2 water type attacker in the game. Blastoise is also good in the Ultra League. Aerodactyl with a Satchel is a brand new costume Pokemon. Dratini's evolution, Dragonite, is just a beast of a dragon in general. And then, of course, the last one that I want to focus on is Lucario. Lucario is pretty much the main focus of this habitat during Osaka or London GoFest. It's going to be in the wild for the very first time, and if you are lucky, you can get a shiny. Normally you get a shiny from a shiny Riolu who hatched from an egg and then evolved into it. It's a rare spawn, like we mentioned. It's going to be in the wild for the first time. If it Mega Evolves in the future, it'll be the number 1 fighting type attacker. Also, it is the number 9 best fighting type attacker, just as a Lucario itself. It's a beast. Also, it's amazing in the Great and Ultra League. It's a pretty reliable Pokemon, honestly. And finally, in all the habitats, and mainly the incense spawns, are going to be the Amethyst Pikachu Crown. You also have a known ADIMNO and exclamation point. They all spell the word diamond. And then there's the exclamation point, which is only exclusive in-person GoFest. And all those can be shiny. So the shiny unknown exclamation point is going to be the rarest of them all. And then Sigilyph, like we mentioned, is coming from Greece and Egypt. You just get the Sigilyph. It's not going to be shiny. And then just like we said in the city experience, all the spawns are going to be everywhere throughout the city experience, and you get an increased chance of gaining some of these Pokemon as shiny. In 5-star rates, you have Xerneas, Yveltal, and Cresselia. Xerneas and Yveltal are going to be having their exclusive moves. Xerneas' exclusive move is going to be Geomancy, and Yveltal's exclusive move is going to be Oblivion Wing. So if you need those moves, do as many of those raids as you possibly can. It doesn't seem like Cresselia is going to have Grass Knot as its exclusive move, but Mega Rayquaza will be debuting in Mega Raids, where you can get some Mega Energy and Meteorites to Mega Evolve Mega Rayquaza with the move Dragon Ascend. So now that we covered everything and did an overview of what you're expecting during Go Fest, we're gonna go through a checklist of things you need to do in the game and a checklist of things you need to bring if you're gonna be exploring during Go Fest. First off, you need to have the following items in your game. You need to have at least 20 lucky eggs, 20 star pieces, 10 incense, a lot of super incubators, a lot of premium raid passes, and you need to make some space in your storage in both the items and for Pokemon. Because this is a huge event featuring tons of different spawns, you need to have as much space as possible to catch everything. I should also mention you should try to get as many Ultra Balls as possible, since there's going to be a lot of Pokemon that are going to be super rare. And also there's a lot of items you get rid of, like some minor berries, potions, and great potions. Overall, just kind of figure out how much space that you need. I would leave at least maybe 2,000 space open for items and 2,000 for Pokemon, and then just kind of go through the Pokemon that you want to transfer and to keep. Now, for the checklist for everything you need to know when you're actually there, the first thing that you need is water bottles. You need to stay hydrated when you're playing outside. You don't want to play when you're dehydrated, you're going to pass out. You also need to bring some snacks like protein bars, maybe some crackers, maybe a fruit like a banana. You also might want to bring some battery packs and a cord to charge your phone. Yes, the park experience is going to provide a power bank so you can charge your phones, but where are you going to charge your phone in the city when you're playing the city experience? You need to make sure that wherever you're playing, you have full battery. Also, you need to have an auto catcher with you. If you have the regular Go Plus, make sure that you charge its batteries. If you recently got the Go Plus Plus, like I did, all you need to do is just plug it into a USB cord and let it charge overnight. Another thing I should recommend, especially if you're in London, is an umbrella. It is going to most likely rain. Also, New York City might rain too, but if it's not, you can at least use an umbrella to shield yourself from the sun, so that you have enough shade when you're just playing around. I've seen a lot of people in New York with umbrellas on a very hot summer day. Also, I would recommend to bring a small bag or at least a fanny pack. You don't need to carry your entire week of stuff with you. You just leave in your hotel or Airbnb and just carry the things that are necessary, like your snacks and food and your battery packs and stuff. So a smaller bag is mandatory, especially in places like New York and Osaka. You also might want to consider wearing a hat and sunglasses and maybe put on some sunscreen because you don't want to get burnt. And that's everything they need to know about how to be prepared for Go Fest. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today's video. If I forgot to mention anything else about Go Fest, let me know in the comments below. And again, I will be back to do an overview for the in-person Go Fest in New York City, and I will actually be there in New York. I'll be at Randall's Island Park on Saturday, August 19th, 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. So I hope to see you guys there. We'll give you guys some more details about what we're doing once we get into the city. We will see you next time. Peace out.